A very good evening to all our viewers. Welcome to today's edition of the Evening Review. My name is Toivon Jabela, your host. Tonight on the show we are joined by Sioni Iikela. He is a former member of the Swapo Party Youth League National Executive Committee, having served as secretary responsible for population, environment, and what is the other?
Health.
And health. Yes. So thank you for coming to the show, Mr. Iikela.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Yes. Yeah. So on the show tonight, you wanted to express some views, some candid views on what you've been observing regarding the campaigns in the build-up to the Swapo Congress. I'll give you just that sort of free range just to engage me. Maybe then we go one point by one. What are those issues that you have observed that make you a bit uncomfortable?
Yeah, thank you very much. Maybe first is to highlight that Swapo Party as a mass-based organization has got a constitution that was born out of democracy and highlighted the basis on which the party was established. Things like solidarity, freedom, and justice. And it is the same constitution that compare the structures of the party to have democratic processes that now internal democratic processes that actually leads to Congress. And the Congress is held every after 5 years. And the Congress is actually there to do some function that including discussing the policies and the political programs of the party, contrary to what people believe that a Congress is an elective Congress. Actually, at the onset, I think one have to emphasize that there is nothing like elective Congress. Because if we name it as an elective Congress, it means that the main function of Congress is just to elect leadership, and that's all. But the ordinary Congress has got huge responsibility to make sure that the policies of the party, political program, the structures of the party are functioning and are well in time with what is going around the world. So now this process has started, and first maybe is to applaud the leadership of the party for taking a decision that campaign of that leads to this year's Congress is held in a different fashion, where there are no public meetings, where usually people go there and make disparaging statements that are somehow hurting other people in the party, other comrades.
Yeah.
So now this process has started very well. I have been following the processes. I have attended also these processes or these meetings. And then you see, in an attempt for people to canvass votes, see politicians make all sort of statements to attract delegates. I have listened to a number of them, and I want to highlight that some statements that I really feel that they are out of place.
Yeah.
There was a statement made that all those either went astray or they were expelled and so on can now come back, or they will be allowed to return. I don't feel that these statements are made out of honesty and genuinity, because the same people that participated in the process of expelling these young people are now the same people that apparently they will receive these people back.
Yeah.
I mean, if, for instance, and I have to say this, because I want the Swapo Party Constitution charge us to be honest and sincere. There was a call made, for example, by Comrade Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, the vice president of Swapo, that should she take over, she will invite these people back. I mean, if you participated in that process to the extent that you moved a motion for the people to be expelled, so what happened different? Is this person genuine? Because if the person was genuine, for example, the young people, including Comrade Ngurare, took the party to High Court, and the decision of the Central Committee that expelled these leaders for no apparent reason, that decision was set aside. And this leadership was there. So these people that are now calling these young people leaders back, they were part in the leadership. When that decision was taken aside, the party could not even allow these leaders to take their leadership position back. But today, because they want to be voted, they have got the audacity to say, no, now if I take over, all these people will come back. So why only now? Or why only after? Is it maybe a tactic of people trying to distance themselves from a collective decision that they have taken? It's not correct. And it's something that really needs to be condemned, because it's hurting. It's hurting that young people were divided because of this decision, and these leaders, senior leaders or the elders were involved, could not say anything, but instead they moved motions for young people to be expelled. So it doesn't sit well with me. And in the campaign, people must be honest. So if a genuine leader cannot wait for a certain process for them to begin to pronounce against their own decision, that is actually somehow double standard.
So you're saying that the best way would have been to get voted first, and then if they are genuine, they will show it after they've been elected in office, and then they will start calling people back and not doing it just in the campaigns. Is that sort of your thinking? Actually,
these people, the decision of the Central Committee was set aside 2016, if I'm not wrong. 2016. If I was these leaders that are now calling people back, I could have done it well before. After that decision. By the way, these people are aware. We have Comrade Ngurare in the party. So, and if they are genuine, there have been a lot of people, Namibian Swapo member, demanding and requesting for Comrade Ngurare to be allowed to enter the leadership of the party. So if they are genuine now about that, so why they didn't join in this request or call for leaders like Comrade Ngurare to be in the leadership? So,
but no, Dr. Ngurare did contest at the primaries now, and he just didn't get enough votes. Was that not Swapo's trying to say, we see quality in this man, and therefore let's subject him to the democratic process?
No, yeah, that is correct. He participated. But if those that are calling for him to come back or whatever they are saying, they could have gone out there and say, the party needs this person. But they didn't say it. So, but now, because they want to be voted, they are name dropping. So for people to believe that these people like some of these young people. But in reality, I don't think so. Because if you are genuine, you cannot use somebody's name as a bite for your campaign, because this is a political bite.
Yeah.
It's actually cheap. A campaign should be about issues based on merit, not this emotional blackmailing that is going on. There are some serious issues.
Yeah.
For example, the party policies and political programs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that needs to be taken serious, because it is that thing, political programs and policies, that is actually informing the policies and the political steading of the party. But now people are reducing the campaign to emotional blackmailing.
But there's been, in fairness, before you go on a break, there's been some serious issues in this campaign. I mean, if you talk about Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, for example, we've seen her talking about, reducing poverty once she ascends to the presidency of the country. I mean, through, of course, as VP first. Are those not policy issues?
You see, poverty is a cross-cutting issue, of course, that need a united people.
Yeah.
Now, how do you intend to reduce poverty while you are part of the system that have divided the nation? There is no way we will be able to fight poverty to the logical conclusion if we are divided. And for us to be united, first we have to be honest. I don't see honest in the people that are calling for, apparently, the comrades to come back.
I hear you. We go for a quick break and return for second half. We continue the conversation with Sioni Iikela. Now, you see, one of the issues that are being said around in this campaign is about candidates who have a checkered history on corruption and for example, in the case of the Prime Minister, there's always this issue of the farms. Sometimes they even talk about her husband, the DBN loan that has not been paid. With Pamba Shifeta, there's always this thing about Kora. With Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, there are elements of, people saying she has clean hands, and some would say, oh, but there's this fish rod thing of 2017. Is the party clean at all? Do we stand a chance to get a person who doesn't have their hands or name being mentioned in some of these things?
You see, Comrade Jabera, corruption is not a simple thing. And the way that I am seeing people throwing the word corruption left, right, and center in this campaign is actually something that amazes me. You see, if I have to start with Comrade Sarah, for example, you see, people are saying, yeah, the husband. But then I don't know whether Comrade Sarah is the only person who is married in this whole leadership of Swapo. So when did the audit of all the spouses of Swapo leadership was done? And where is the report? So that we do a proper analysis. Because now people are singling out some people that they don't want. Then they put it there, they put them there. Then they, you see, tried now to make all corruption mad around these people. Swapo, as we speak, the name of Swapo is tainted. And I don't believe the party is tainted because of some of these people we are hearing. If I can go back to this issue of husband and so on, we have got two female candidates, for example, Comrade Sarah and Comrade Netumbo. They all have husbands. So now, if we want to be unbiased, see, an investigation should be done on these two people. I mean, all these people, the other one is active in business, the other one has been active in public service as part of the NDF. And sometimes there were reports, for example, for August 26 company. So who went to investigate? And they say, yeah, this one is clean, this one is dirty. And until that report is out for all these husbands of these two female candidates, I will never listen to an argument to say this one is corrupt, this one is not. By the way, if you also read and follow the discussion around that farm, you would realize that there is a lot of hearsays. I was in Omaheke, for example, where the explanation was given, and it was detailed. And one could clearly see that sometimes things are maneuvered for a public opinion to be negative toward a person, which is not good. Same apply to Comrade Shifeta. We need to be fair toward him. Did we investigate all these people? There were stories of, for example, of some lawyers in Britain. But then those things are packed somewhere. Now all other candidates are regarded as dirty, but only one who is clean. It's unfair. The campaign should be fair. We should allow these people to campaign. Corruption in Swapo is a serious thing. For example, 2017 Congress. Things are out there. Medias have written. People have said in courts. Documents are out there saying that the Congress was flooded with fish rot money. Now, any product of 2017 Congress is a dirty product in that context, because it's a Congress that was funded by fish rot money. Hence, the product out there is also dirty by implication.
Yeah.
So nobody can come and say, no, me, I'm clean. You are clean, but you were produced by a Congress that is dirty.
Yeah. On that one, Sioni, obviously we know the allegations that have been made against Team Harambee in particular. We have seen video materials of some of the people that are in jail today saying they were basically busy negotiating deals in those videos, secretly recorded videos. They were not aware that they were being recorded. But Team Harambee has always maintained that they are not aware of any of such, and that those that were actually involved in any such things are in jail now. Is that not an indication on their part to say that they did not condone whatever might have happened?
Yeah, I think my response will be like this. Actually, this team are not there anymore. I believe so.
Yeah.
Because if they were there, you were not going to have what is happening now in this campaign. And maybe one have to applaud the president for staying out and say, I'm not going to endorse anyone. Because actually the constitution of Swapo is only talking about nomination and being elected. So I applaud him for that. Now going back to the fish rot thing. Of course, people might argue that yes, those who are implicated are in jail. Well and good, they are in jail. But then you have got a Congress that was funded. And that Congress produced leaders of Swapo. Now, if there is anyone who wants to stay away from that fish rot thing, that person must say, me, I am resigning this position because I did not get it on a leveled ground. I got this position through a Congress that was made dirty by money that was not properly gained.
Yeah.
So through that, then we talk about what I said earlier, honest and sincere. But otherwise, if these people continue to occupy those positions but they regard themselves as clean, they are lying to themselves and they are lying to the nation and to the membership of Swapo. So therefore, that's why in some platform I have been telling people that this issue of corruption must be removed from the campaign. Because nobody has got the moral ground to say, especially those who have got positions. No one have got the moral ground to say, me, I'm corrupt free. Because by implication, they are corrupt because they were voted through means of vote buying and so on, with money that was not properly gained. And actually, this thing cost to the party and also the economy of the country, because the money that was stolen could have been used to fight poverty that they are talking about now in their corruption. In their campaign.
I hear you. Now, I think the last question then to you, Mr. Iikela, is, because it's easy for Swapo members to make this kind of arguments internally, to say the candidate A is candidate B, it's an internal competition. But at a broader level now, 2024, we expect the ruling party to field a candidate. And we, the ordinary people, must come out in numbers and vote. Does Swapo actually have, at least in those that are in the frame for that candidacy, do we have any clean candidates at all, or are we just going to be fed with whatever is available now as a nation, and then we just have to vote because there are no cleaner people in Swapo?
Actually, clean people are there. I don't believe I'm corrupt.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I am at the periphery of the mainstream of Swapo politics. But there are also a number of people that are not corrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you look at this comrade individually, they might not be corrupt. But the problem is they came through a process that is corrupt. So the whole Congress of 2017 is clouded by corruption because of the money that was used. But if you look, if we have to be unbiased, and we will put this candidate there, maybe a proper audit is done on them, not these funny allegations that people are putting pieces together and it says this one is corrupt, this one is not corrupt. Proper audit. Maybe we would realize that these people are not corrupt. The reason why I am against them talking about corruption is because they came through a process and now they divided themselves in groups, them and us. Now me, I'm clean, them, they are dirty. And these things, I was at a platform of this campaign where people especially want to single out the president, for example. That, yeah, he's a bus driver and they are just passengers and so on. I mean, this was one team of leadership, not of groups or function, but one team of leadership.
Yeah.
They have seen the party through up to now as one team. Now, all of a sudden, because they are campaigning, they want to distance themselves from all the decisions that were taken all along. It's not correct. These are the same people who have been saying, no, we have got no fish lot money. Or no, those who are corrupt are in jail. Why do they have to change now?
Yeah.
So, the leadership, I think individually they are not corrupt. What is needed is in this country is a functioning system that can deal with cases of corruption fast, and then it clears people. Those who are found guilty, they go and rot in jail. Those who are not found guilty, they are vindicated.
Yeah.
So that is what needs to be done. The systems are there. They are just not functioning because sometimes we also deploy our friends, which is not good. People should be deployed based on merit and experience and qualification.
Absolutely.
In that way, things will work. Not these funny things because we are from the same village. You must go there so that you protect my back.
I hear you.
Yes.
Mr. Iikela, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
That is Sioni Iikela. He is a former member of the Swapo Party Youth League National Executive Committee, sharing his personal views on the current campaigns ahead of the Swapo Congress. Thank you for watching.